Pika Pika?
Yo, and welcome to the Pika Pod, Pokemon's Prime podcast. I'm your host, Morris Levy, aka Professor Leafy, joined by my good co-host.
Hey, it's Jen, the Pokemon fan. Hey, so let's get right into it. First is today we did a pre-release event. Professor Leafy over here hosted the event, and so I got to play. And when we also we dressed up. I dressed up as Rika, and Professor Leafy over
Yep.
here dressed up as
Professor Freed from Pokemon Horizons. Great show. I wore a wig and everything, a white wig. I got the motorcycle goggles. I found an old bomber jacket. Worked pretty well.
we were able to find Cap in a store, so he had Cap with him.
Yep, my buddy Cap as my partner Pokemon.
The only thing is we don't have any poison type Pokemon, so I didn't have a Clodsire with
Apparently,
me.
yeah. I found the Mudkip.
Yeah, we found a Mudkip. Everyone at the pre-release is like, "Where's your life-size Clodsire? You can't be Rico without the life-size Clodsire." I'm like, "I'm sorry, we don't have him. I wish I had him."
It'd be massive, I know. Other options would have been what you had, like
I have a sleeping Psyduck, and you have a sleeping Pikachu. I have Bellybolt if I could do Iono, but
Or-
Iono's cosplay is kind of expensive.
But back to the cards themselves for Journey Together. So I hosted the event. We had 18 players total. Originally a little bit over our cap. We originally capped at 16, but we had one senior who refused to leave or something or turn around, but we made
Yeah,
it
he
work.
was gonna like hang out, and us and the owner of the store decided to let him in because we have a second weekend for pre-release, which is next weekend. We have open seats in that one. So we took 2 seats from there for a senior, and we also took one for a master that is a regular of League of ours, and he comes to every single pre-release with
Yep.
his 2 grandkids, and we put him in there too, so no one got the bye. But unfortunately, we still had the bye.
Yeah, it paired for whatever reason. The senior and juniors themselves, so one senior or junior got a bye, and then one master got the bye. So I just had the masters and the juniors play each other, and that was fine. It passed the time a lot quicker. Um, this set has been really hot, but allocation numbers have been awful. We got 30 kits total, so we had to split it between 16 and 14 originally, and now it's 18 and 12 for our second weekend. So our second weekend is going to be pretty slim. Um, and that looking,
Surprisingly, our second weekend hasn't been sold out yet, which is crazy. So if you live around the Upper Valley, New Hampshire area and you want to get in on these pre-releases next weekend on Sunday at Black Moon Games, you can pre-register on their website and or go into the store and pre-register in person. It's $30 a kit.
sounds pretty good to me. I would play if I could, that's for sure.
Well, you tried to play at another store, but they didn't have like pre-reg
Yeah, there was
available.
no online registration at all. It's show up and hope you get a seat. And I really didn't feel like driving an hour just to be turned away and say, "Oh yeah, we don't have any seats left." They have no website, they have no registration. I don't understand it. It's amazing that like their locals or their regulars will just show up and hope they have a seat available for them. That's perfectly fine, but I can't do that.
Yeah, we live like an hour away from this store, and like I don't know about you, but I don't want to drive an hour and not be able to get a spot.
Yeah, that would feel really bad. That's for sure. So, Jen, how did your pre-release event go?
Oh, it went so bad.
It's okay. It's all about fun.
So I had one bye, and the other 2 I lost. But the first game So with these pre-release kits, obviously you're not supposed to ever see these cards before. You're not supposed to be, like read them or whatever. Me being the Pokemon fan, I was more interested in the art and everything. So I was like, what are the pretty cards coming out? What are the full arts coming out? The funny thing about the pre-release is just last night, the professor and I were talking about, and I saw some of the cards and I go, oh my god, look at this Articuno. This is beautiful. Well, right here in my pre-release kit, in one of the packs that come in the kit, I pulled that Articuno, that full art Articuno, and I was so shocked and so happy. I literally was going to stand up and go, okay, I'm done. I'm good. But with that, I got the kit with hops, Snorlax, and Ends,
Oh, Darmanitan?
Dermanitan,
Yep.
and it played okay. I left it alone. I didn't add anything. I didn't subtract anything, and I played it as it is. I wish I read the cards more with this. I wish I was able to get to know the cards a lot more
Okay.
because the Germanitan has an attack
Yep.
that is if you put a special energy onto it, you take all the energy off and then you can take that special energy and put it back on him
Okay.
and be able to do the first attack. I didn't know that, and you could
Interesting.
literally take out 2 Pokemon from your opponent at one time with that.
Fair. Yeah, at least the active and then the bench, right?
Yeah.
And they give you boomerang energy in the
Yeah,
kits?
that's the boomerang energy, and apparently you can put that boomerang energy onto it
Uh-huh.
as an extra energy, and therefore you take the 3 energy that it needs after the attack, and then you can keep that boomerang energy on him.
Okay. That. Yep.
Goes right back, and then you can add another energy so your next attack can be his first attack.
Awesome. Sounds pretty good. I know. I saw a lot of players using the Hops Cramorant for early pressure. Seemed really good. It's if your opponent has exactly 3 or 4 prize cards, then it does 120,
Yeah, like about
150. It was
it was
it's
120
broken,
or 150.
so broken. Yeah, it's great. But then it's if they don't, then it does nothing.
Yeah.
So like you really are pressured by that early game to use it. If not, then it's useless. Let's see. I saw best kit probably was the Darmanitan and the Noivern combo, which I think Andrew Mahone on Tricky Jim had featured in something on YouTube I saw. Anyways, both can do bench damage. Both can do like almost free attack. Noivern gets a free attack if you have the same amount of cards in hand, and it's normally 3 colorless. But if you have that same number of cards in your hand, it's attack for free. So it's 110 plus like 30 to the bench, if I remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Oh yeah,
crazy.
it was nuts. That's how one of my seniors did really well. That's for sure. I saw him and he had that combo. I'm like, oh yeah, you pulled the gas today, buddy. Awesome.
The other kit, it had Lily's Cutie Fly and Lily's Pearl.
Mhm.
And one of the masters was talking to me, and he said that he got Lily's Pearl into play like twice. The first time he like barely was able to use it, barely be able to get it into play, and it didn't really do anything, so it didn't help him. But the second time he was able to get it into play and be able to use its ability. But he's like, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to set up, and it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to find that spot to be able to use it.
Sure. In a 40 card deck, it is really limited based on either getting that combo too, because it wasn't just purely Lily's cards.
Mm.
It was you had what Hop or you had Ionos.
Had
Ends,
ends.
yeah, some ends, yep. They're all mixed in there a little bit. It wasn't like you're guaranteed really enough Lily's cards to make it purely work, even just like a cutie fly or rimbombi.
Mm.
You just have to rely on finding that combo of like a one prizer plus Lily's Pearl to put some easy pressure on without losing any prizes and keeping the momentum while you're still stalling the opponent so you can easily make them have more knockouts for less potential gain.
I also saw at the pre-release with other players that they were having a lot of issues of like it being a wall.
Sure.
Like they can't attack, their opponents can't attack. They still have to set up. So it was a lot of back and forth of you go.
Yeah, I
Okay,
believe
and my turn, you go.
it.
Mm,
Yeah. So not so much like draw support, right? It wasn't an
no,
issue draw support, but
draw support. I think draw support was the issue. I mean, I know a lot of players like
it's
the
always a struggle in pre-release kits for sure. But yeah,
yeah, like there was a bunch of seniors that like they took their whole kit and blew it apart and cooked up something
sure.
different.
Yeah.
Which is great. I
Yeah.
love it. I
I love to
mean,
see that too. Yeah,
there
definitely.
was a master that he put the little he had a sigilith card that he wanted to try and get into play and he had a hard time getting it set up.
Why is that?
He said that the whole pre-release kits were like hard. Like once you get started, a lot of these kits were hard to get set up. Like once you got it into play.
Okay. Sure, I believe it. I know. Based on like different evolution lines, I know it was very hard for a lot of players to find the evolution lines. Like I saw a Mamoswine, I saw Salamence EX, but none of them had the mill evolution or missing evolution lines for sure, like the Bagon, Gelgon, and the Piloswine for sure. Like not fully there. It's typical for like EXs not to be able to be played, but there wasn't really much option at all. All right, moving on to the news. So it looks like we have some big news coming out from Pokemon Go that Niantic has sold to Scopely, and Scopely is owned by Savvy Games Group. Looks like Scopely has a large share of the mobile platform games. They are supposedly the second biggest mobile video game developer in the world as far as revenue. Um, Such hits like Star Trek Fleet, Yahtzee, Looney Tunes, Mayhem, Marvel Strike Force, Scrabble Go, Monopoly Go, Min Bloom. Well, now that it's acquired by yeah, Scopely, but I have a lot of hopes for this company. I really hope that instead of monopolizing it, they have better ways of implementing and integrating the fan base a little bit more fairly. The last few like Go events and Go Tour events have felt really bad as far as cash grabs. Like I didn't buy the Cub Fu thing. I didn't buy the world, the tour for the Curum. There was over $30-40 of product there you could like buy as far as digital merchandise to, enhance your experience and had like a tier ladder too, just like, a Fortnite battle pass or something where you have to like pay in to get the better experience, but you get like the basic experience just by doing the freemium, which didn't really feel good either. Jen, your thoughts?
I just want to say, Scopely, just remember this game got a lot of people through the pandemic, got a lot of people outside doing stuff. This is supposed to be fun. I know you're supposed to be able to make money from this stuff, but there are things that you can add to this game and or fix in this game that can make it just casual fun. But I know it's also very competitive. I've seen it being played on in regionals and in worlds
Yeah.
and everything. Please do not make this stuff harder on those competitors. Just I have a lot of like Morris said, a lot of hope
Yeah.
that they just keep it the way it is, but fix some things. And please do not do update after update. Oh, I'm sorry you can't play this right now. The game is down. Everything. Do not make it complicated. Do not make it frustrating to a point that players want to throw their phone out a moving car and or down an embankment of a hill and they never want to get their phone back. I do not want this game to turn into what Pokemon has with TCG Live.
Yeah,
You
I
had
know.
a good system there when the other company made the game.
Especially Gyre.
Everyone loved it, everyone played it. And then once it became TCG Live, it just went to crap. I myself refuse to play live. I will play Pocket all day long. I play Go
Yeah,
occasionally for fun when I'm waiting in a doctor's office, got nothing to do. I got a 15-minute break for work because my work is a huge hub for Pokemon Go.
gym somehow. Yeah,
I have a lot of Pokemon that spawn there, which I love.
yeah, that's cool. I know.
If we're sitting in the town green or something on a really nice day, I'll open it up. I'll get some steps in, but please just keep it fun, keep it casual, keep it that people want to keep opening it every single day.
Yeah, understandable. I know. Ben and I are both day one-ers of Pokemon Go. We played it back in 2016. I put it down for I thought quite a while, probably. Picked it up briefly during the pandemic, and haven't stopped playing it since. Pretty much, I think. I know I've been trying to log in every single day for over a year or two now. I'm not the best at doing missions, but hey, it's something. Um, you know.
You do way more missions than I do.
Oh, I'm sure.
I
Yeah, I
I
know.
literally I open it and I go, "Oh, look, it's the same type of Pokemon. Let me collect let me grab 3 and then I'm closing it. I'm done. I'm not doing it. Nope. I refuse to do anything with Team Rocket.
There. Yeah, I know. No battling the grunts, huh?
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, I know. I haven't beaten Arlo, I think, but I can beat like Sierra or something. Or
I just want the cute stickers.
I do love the stickers, gifts to friends. Yeah, really. I know. Which reminds me, they didn't do any stickers for Fuecoco Day, which was
Oh,
so bogus. Yeah,
that's
so
stupid.
bogus. The Community Day, they always have stickers for Community
Oh my
Day.
gosh, you could have had so many cute
Yeah,
derpy boy stickers of
let me give you your money. Let me give you my money and give you stickers. Give me stickers. I want the stickers.
it.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to talk about with Pokemon Go is I don't know if a lot of you, but I know it was worldwide. With Pokemon Go, I got a whole bunch of coins in my game when the
Mhm.
lawsuit was over. I know a lot of you got paid from it. I know a lot of you woke up one morning and had a bunch of coins. I did too. I woke up, I opened it one day, and I had over 1,000 coins.
When you get some lawsuit money or something, some bogus bogus lawsuit money back
I
from
I sent me a like a link to this and they're like,
uh
"Hey, you've been day 1, why don't you sign this?" I think it was one of my coworkers that is like, "Hey, you've been day 1, sign this, maybe we'll get some money cuz I know that maybe you got wrapped over with like coins or something."
Sure,
It
yeah.
was at one point that a lot of people were having issues with Pokemon Go and that's what this is from.
Could be. Yep.
I got free money, yo.
Awesome. Yep. I would gladly accept that, that's for sure. I know. I don't feel like I did, but hey, whatever. More power to you, Jen. I know. Lucky. So lucky.
So rocky.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, let's see. What are we on to next? We got some Pokemon Horizons.
Yeah, let's talk about the Horizons.
Yep.
So with Horizon, what I want to talk about first is we just finished the newest part of the
Mhm.
series.
Which they subtitled The Search for Laqua.
Yeah. Um, it was so underwhelming.
Yeah, there
I
wasn't.
mean, it was like it was supposed to be the search of Laqua. It was underwhelming. There was no search.
I
It
didn't.
was just them battling.
They didn't go back to like any of the legendary Pokemon that Lucius had or
No,
stuff. Yeah, where?
like Freed went back to where he used to work, and he like discovered something in a locked area, but there was nothing past that. And then the kids
Hmm,
went to their school, and they were
yep.
battling the Elite
Yeah,
Four.
from Scarlet Violet. Yep.
Then it done.
Yeah, I know. Well, like I was really expecting to see something more that led to Search for Laqua, as it said. Like the Arboliva, the Rayquaza, the Galarian Moltres, right? The Lucius's Pokemon
Mhm.
that he had, and find another one, or maybe like collect them a little bit more, or collect the legendary Pokeballs that Lucius had.
They found at the end. They found a book at the end, and it really didn't do
Well, it's
anything.
like
Like,
the Violet book or the Scarlet book
yeah,
from.
they did the Violet book.
Okay, well
Mm,
they're in the Uva Academy then, or they're in
yeah,
the you
and
know.
they're like, "Oh, Terapagos really likes this image," and that's it.
Of course he likes that image. I know. It's the terastallized Terapagos from the game when you see like the research from Professor Sada or Professor Huro, where Terapagos is terastallized and the power is fully unlocked.
Okay, so of course he likes that image,
Yeah.
but that was it. That was the end. Like
Yeah.
literally, it was the last battle was with Rika, and I was really confused with the last battle because they battled Poppy, and they said
Yep.
something about the Elite Four or the
Right.
cannot terastallize, and then the last event, the last battle, they Rika terastallized her Clodsire.
Yeah.
And it didn't make sense to me because I was like, I thought they couldn't. Only the kids could.
Well, I remember like the gym leaders supposedly were banned from using the terastallization.
So does that mean the Elite Four can't too? I
They
thought that meant that too.
they probably shouldn't have, but
Because Poppy didn't.
yeah. And at the end, what Liko is crying and like
Yeah, because she
yeah,
lost. But still.
like I don't know if they were trying to lead into something where like it's like, oh yeah, Rika shouldn't have terastallized. You win anyways, Liko, which I don't know if they would do that, but we'll see. Um,
Hopefully they give Rika sorry.
Liko,
Liko.
yeah,
Sorry. Hopefully they give Liko more of a a personality along with her Pokemon, because right now the one thing that drives me crazy is I love Roy. I love his
yeah,
enthusiasm. I love how he goes head on into everything. It reminds me of Ash.
yeah. I agree. I know he's very adventurous and very forward thinking, or kind of jump right into it.
Yeah,
Ash,
he's very excited. He wants to get that Rayquaza. I mean, if I could
yeah.
get a shiny Rayquaza, I would get a shiny Rayquaza too.
Why not?
But Liko, she needs more. Liko needs more confidence for her to be the main character that you're supposed to focus on. She needs more confidence. I I don't care that Dot is like finding herself and trying to find her confidence
Sure.
because she's a secondary character. A
Yeah.
secondary character can be finding their confidence. That's
Yeah.
fine. But the main character needs more
Yeah.
confidence and
She's
needs to be out there more and like get more done.
she is the protagonist, so yes, I would definitely agree. Between Roy and Liko, they are the main characters, and you want to see a little bit more out of them. I think.
Roy has main character energy.
Sure. Yeah, of course. He's Ash 2.0.
Mhm.
Just a little different. So, anyways, the big news out of this too is the other season. I guess we're getting out of it is going to be called Mega Voltage, and the characters are for the first time ever getting aged up by 3 years. Great.
Only 3 years. That's it. Only 3 years. The picture I am looking at right now
Uh-huh.
is making them look a little more than 3 years. And so it's going to be aging them up 3 years, and then you're just going to have to explain through episodes that, oh, their Pokemon also evolved.
I wonder. Yeah, I know. I see
Mm.
the Fuecoco into Crocolore as they're already teasing that, and it's like, well, how did that happen or when? And then you get like a Mega Lucario. I don't know what else is going on here, but yeah, you got the Mega Lucario, you got the Crocolore, you got Meowscarada, yeah. And then oh yeah, Dots Quaxley becomes Maxwell, and then you see some kid in the very back with a Mega Sableye.
Yeah, who the heck is that?
I
We're
have
gonna
not
automatically
no
okay,
idea.
so we're gonna
Yeah.
age them up 3 years and makes it look more than 3 years.
Okay.
We're going to add Pokemon that they didn't have in the first place. Where did Roy get a Mega Lucario?
Yeah, shiny Mega Lucario. Yeah.
So we're gonna Naruto this and do a bunch of like fast forward rewind episodes to figure out where they got such and such and all that, and then go back to the where they are now.
Oh boy. I I can't even with that one. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about what do you think, Jen? Best of the V stars, worst of the V stars?
Yeah, let's
Maybe
talk about some V
maybe the good, bad,
stars.
and ugly.
Sure, let's do the good, bad, and ugly of V stars.
All right, let's see. So the good, something that came that ran the meta, destroyed the meta, kept going.
Well, everyone's gonna say Lugia.
Okay, interesting. Why is that? I know it like came and went, but
It
like
it was destroying the meta for the longest time, and
it's true.
everybody played it, and everybody wanted that card in the deck.
Right, right. And the only way that really Lugia was shut down with was Mahone coming out at top 32 at Worlds with Miraidon finally, a hard counter to Lugia that finally stopped it. The only other V-Star that really I can think of that ran the entire format was Palkia V-Star. And Palkia with the absurd energy acceleration completely saw what three formats entirely between Astral Radiance and now, and it's still seeing play. So Palkia V Star is my good, if
Your
anything.
your 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 big one,
Yeah,
your
probably.
good one.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, how about we get into the ugly of the V Star? And I
Okay.
am saying the ugly of V Star. This is my opinion. Do
Okay.
not get super mad at me, people. Charizard.
Okay.
I have
Charizard V
never
Star. Yeah.
I have never understood why people play Charizard. I have never understood how Charizard is so good. Even with the V Star,
Uh,
these decks annoy me like crazy. I have played Charizard decks. I have tried Charizard V Stars. They just frustrate me.
it's not a good card. It's collector maybe, but I don't.
Okay, so it's one of the collector cards, just like the Origin Form Palkia V Star, which are these full art gorgeous cards. They're worth $300-400 each now.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, the gold secret rare. Yeah.
Secret rares. One of my coworkers was searching it out. I saw it in person in a case at a card store, and I sent him a picture, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, how much?" And I was like, "It's 350 right now." He's like, "Do you have the cash for it?" And I was like, "Oh, heck no."
Yeah, the Giratina people were chasing that forever,
Mm.
and I don't think people are gonna find it very easily. I know that, and like the art rare of the Giratina V regular too.
Oh yeah.
That was disgusting, actually. I know you couldn't find a single pack of like Astral Radiance because of that, pretty much. let's see. My ugly Pokemon. Let's see. Ugly V-Star. Let's see. How about bad? How about Semi-Seer V?
Oh,
Semi-Seer V-Star. Something that
okay.
never saw play. I mean, you want a bad Pokemon. You want a bad Pokemon V and V-Star. It's gotta be Semi-Seer V-Star. Poor little monkey never had a chance.
I mean, they made some V stars that like they look great, and people were like, "Oh, that's a great idea for a V star," and then you get it, and you're like, "Nope,
Yeah.
that's bad." Like I'm looking at Glaceon V star right now. One is a 3 energy, 2 water, 1 colorless. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. It's 180. Their V-Star power is Crystal Star with 2 water and 1 colorless. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from the efforts of attacks done to this Pokemon. It does 220.
Okay. I mean, that's the right numbers at the time and stuff during when it would have been played, but
But this kind of V-Star, it wasn't in the meta at the time.
it
This
never, yeah,
wasn't.
never
It
was. Yeah.
didn't see play for the competitive way. This was fan.
Yeah, sure.
This
Of
is
course.
someone who is an evolution fan. They put this in their deck. They made their deck surrounded by this. And like I said in the first episode, Glaceon is my favorite evolution. I would put this guy
Yeah.
in a deck and cook up a deck with him.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Now that we got two different kinds of Eevees, got the resonant evolution and boosted evolution, you could still do it for, just a few more weeks here while we're pre-rotation.
How about, do you want to talk about the ugly of V Star? Do you want to talk
Sure.
about the ugly of V Star?
Yeah, let's do it.
These rainbow rares that came
Yeah.
out. I
I wish we could forget about the rainbow rares.
mean, I
Oh, I
listened
know.
to a podcast, Lake of Rage, where
Yep.
they had the head judge on there, and he said the worst time of judging was when the rainbow rares were big and people just put all of them in their deck, and you have a whole bench of just rainbow rares, and you're just trying to figure out if they only have 2 of one and 2 of another, but you can't
Well, yeah.
tell them all apart because they're all the same color.
All the glare and everything from the lights too. And yeah, I know the rainbow effect doesn't really show very well on an overhead stream camera too, I'm sure. I know I've seen a few replays of Worlds 2019 or earlier where it's all rainbow rares and it just was impossible to see.
I mean, me being a fan, I mean, I think they're pretty. They're pretty
Sure, yeah.
cards. But
They're nice for the
me being
binder.
a fan that also plays the game, yeah, that would get annoying trying to
Yeah,
play with them and trying to read them and trying to get everything situated. Would I want a
understandable.
whole deck of them? No.
Probably not. Yeah, it'd be really hard to search out for sure. I think, by the time like you're already playing them and you're getting the reps and you don't need to read the text again and again. Maybe your opponent does, understandably if they don't know the meta, but like no one's reading the cards. You just need to be able to search it. But again, that glare and that iridescent foiling is really difficult. I'm very glad we moved away from it and onto the full arts or the full
I mean, I
colorized
even like the
versions.
gold ones. The
Yeah,
gold ones are
gold are good.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Origin Form Palkia. Look at that. Yep. Look at him. That looks nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, definitely
That full art Zorora V Star that was out at one time
gorgeous.
with 270 hit points. That
Mhm.
was a gorgeous card.
Yeah.
That's another one that I wanted to pull and I never pulled.
Do you remember the one from Battle Styles where it's Aurora on the icicle mountain,
Yes.
possibly on like the path to the peak? He's standing there. People were chasing after that for a while. You remember that one?
Yes, I remember that
That
one.
was nuts. Yeah, you couldn't find any of that. It was what, Chilling Rain, if I remember.
Yep.
Yep.
Remember the one where it was a close up of him with Patu Risu on his head?
Oh man, giant Zorora VMAX. Yeah.
We have that card. I have that
Oh yeah,
card
for sure.
somewhere. This professor here probably stole it from me at some point, and it's in
Oh
his
no.
to be graded binder or something
Yeah.
box or whatever. I'm gonna go through his stuff one day, and I'm gonna be like, this is mine. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. I'm taking this back. I'm taking this
You do that. Do that when I'm cold and dead in the ground, woman. Oh my god. No, she's all right though. Really.
Hey, I'm letting him take over the living room with this stuff. He's already taken over the man cave with it. I told him as long as it doesn't take over the bedroom, we're fine.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of taking over the bedroom with Pokemon because I love stuffed animal Pokemon. So,
Yeah, and that's fine. Stuffed animal Pokemon can go in the bedroom though. We got what's that like Pikachu, Yampers, all the Yampers, and probably the Belly Bolt when you finally bring them inside.
oh yeah, he's my passenger princess.
Yeah. She has a massive let's see, what, 24-inch Belly Bolt or
Oh, he
something?
is huge. He is the
30?
size of a
Yeah.
seat. He's the Squishmallow Belly Bowl, and I found him at Walmart in the clearance section for $11. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you're mine.
This,
I don't know where I'm gonna put you, but you're mine.
this Belly Bolt made a huge splash with our Pokemon Day. The kids loved him. They're like, I want to give him a hug. I want a picture with Belly Bolt. It was great. We'll talk about more of Pokemon Day in a separate episode, probably, or a special short.
We're gonna do a special short of our reaction to the Pokemon Day video and what we think of the whole thing.
A little later. Yep, definitely. All right. So the next news article we got is the Honda Coridon bike. Finally, after what, 2 years, I think
Yeah.
we had the say Toyota and Miridon bike.
Mm-hmm.
Now Honda finally unveils and releases their Coridon bike, which is pretty cool.
This is the type of bike I definitely would ride down the street. If you would let me get my bike license, which he would not let me get a bike license. I came home from a sleepover one weekend and I go, my best friends have motorcycles. And he's like, you have a need for speed. No.
Yeah, tickets when you're underage speeding. I know, yeah, probably not a great idea. I know. Besides, Coridon like walks with its legs though. Like he doesn't.
Mm,
He's not as graceful as the Miridon though.
I
I
do think the Maridon bike does look better though, like better quality.
fair.
I'm watching a video now of the Coridon one and it looks a lot plasticky.
Kind of has to be just because it's so intense of designs, but understandable. It's really funky.
Hmm.
Lots of covers and lots of plastic coverings, I suppose.
But we are watching a video and there is a real bike underneath it.
True. I mean, that's the qualifications you would hope.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, I would say maybe maybe not. Okay. All right, on to the next news little blip here. We got unveiled news about the promos for playing in 24-25 season from the e-gaming
Hmm.
division of Pokemon. So if you make 200 CP or more this season, you get some promos. Now, keep in mind, 200 CP is like 4 League Cup wins. So you'd have to grind out all 4 League Cup wins this year before the end of the year, before Worlds to be eligible for that.
And I know some players that are professional players.
Hmm.
They do grind. They
For sure, yeah.
grind these league cups out and they would get these promos.
Right, yeah. But is it worth it to you? Like, do you think it's like, you're hustling every weekend, you're gonna go at all your locals, you're gonna travel a little bit. You don't have to go to regionals per se, but you'd really have to grind it out and get your all best finish limits of top, you know, winning a League Cup every single time and getting that top four, or winning all four at some point.
To me, I don't think it's worth it because me being a fan and I play the game for fun. I mean, I'm the one that like if I don't like a deck, I'm gonna put the deck down and say I'm done. I'm not gonna play it anymore. I will
Sure.
sit at a league or a league cup and say I'm not enjoying this, and I will sit back and let the professor here keep playing, or I'll just sit there and I'll help him out. Um, as a fan who wants to keep it being a fan, I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather it not feel like work.
Understandable. Yeah, I know. If you're not having fun, then why do it? I think Ben and Jerry said it best. If it's not fun, why do it? And I can't agree more. Like it's a hobby, it's a leisure hobby, but at the same time, like if you're not having fun, then it's a job and it's work. And is it worth it to you? Like even if the promos are worth, say like $30, $100, like is it worth it? Like suffering, like okay, I'm gonna play Snorlax stall for the entire season, and I'm gonna clean up my locals, and I'm gonna be miserable the whole match, but I'm gonna win. Like would
To me, it's not worth it. I'm not a type of person to sell my cards, so the price wouldn't be worth it. I mean, I literally I'll go to league cups and I'll see someone familiar and I'll go up to them and I'll talk to them. I've walked up to Sam Chen and asked him if he wanted to go to dinner. I've walked up to Isaiah Bradner,
yep.
asked him if he wanted to go to dinner. I'm there to have a good time. I'm there to get to
Mm,
know people that share the same hobby.
understandable. Yeah, of course, I know, and I can appreciate that a whole lot. That's for sure.
Yeah, because he'll stand back and go, "Oh my god, do you know who that is? Oh my god, oh my god, do you know who that is?" I'm like, "Why do they look familiar?" I'm like, "Person looks familiar," and then he tells me who it is, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Let me go say hi." And he's like, "Ah."
Don't say no. I know. I have to approach him like a normal human being, though. I know it's rare to see some big names out our way, only because it's so rural. It's not unlikely though. Like some of them go to college nearby, or some of them, like come up for business or something. But like it's unlikely for sure.
But seeing top players, I can see is, you watch the regionals every
Mm-hmm.
single time that they're on.
Yep.
You know them by name. You know their stats. You know what they play. You know how good they do. You pay attention. I mean, I'd be like that if we ever meet Ford.
Yeah. Sure. Of course.
I
Yeah.
might be like that if we ever meet Purple Cliff. I
Yep.
definitely would be like that if I met Andrew Mahone.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Big names. That'd be fun. I know.
I mean, I was like that when we went to a rally racing event, and I was like that with Tanner Faust.
Sure. Yeah, of course. For those who don't know, Tanner Faust has been in F1. He's done rally cross, rally. Um, what else did he do? He do
He
dirt
did
biking or something?
he did Top Gear USA with two co-hosts,
Or, yeah,
and he's
Rutledge. And
really cute in person, everyone. If you like these racers, he's really cute in person. So me knowing all these races that he did and following him, and we went to this event, and it's fine walking up to everyone. Ken Block, I walked up to him. um Travis Pastrana,
yeah,
I walked up to him. Somehow I was shaking because I do have a crush on him, but I walked up to him. He asked me to sit on his lap, and that's when he broke his leg, and I was like, no,
just on his other leg though. Yeah.
no.
Also on Travis Pastrana's other leg. Yeah. These are the days when he used to do dirt bike racing, and he did rally and rallycross. And I think that was the same season too. He was doing NASCAR for a little bit, but he was racing for Dodge,
Yeah,
which
they
was
made his they made his Dodge rally car special, so he got his legs literally from waist down got taped to the car, so he could not move them
Right.
because he wasn't allowed to move them because they were so broken in so many places that they're like, if you move them, then we have to re-put them back into the spots.
And then he had all the pedals with his hands.
Yeah, they specially designed his steering wheel so everything was on his steering wheel.
Right. Yep. Definitely. That was really cool. I know all the accelerator pedals were hand pulled and driven by that. I don't know if they had any accommodation for the clutch, but that was pretty nifty. Um. All right. All right. So this week begins with the Psychic type week on Pokemon Sleep and Cafe Remix. It looks like we got Muna and Musharna coming to Pokemon Sleep and Cafe Remix. We have the Festival of Colors in Pokemon Go. In VG, we got the Quaquaval event going on with the Mightiest Mark, the Quaquaval Mightiest Mark water terrestrialization type. Um, Probably don't bring your Miraidon. It's weak to fairy type attacks, which it has access to. So you'd really want to bring Electros or another Pokemon who can withstand a pretty strong water type attack and has access to acrobatics, if I remember, and a fighting type attack. I think it's Brick Break. So you want to be mindful of that if you are going to attempt some of those Mightiest Mark attacks.
No cats, y'all. Don't bring cats.
Nope. Let's see. Pokemon Unite, we got a space suit for Snorlax. Now you can launch your Snorlax into the space.
They made a spacesuit big enough for Snorlax.
Hard to believe, I know.
Is the whole thing just a round helmet and he just sits in the giant round helmet and sleeps?
It kind of looks like it, but how you gonna feed him though?
He needs to be fed. I mean,
What are you gonna do? Let's see. We got more Pokemon Go with Bruxish. Not very exciting. Festival of Colors. We got Alolan Raichu, April 17th in Pokemon Unite.
that's a long way away. Just tell me that's a long way away because I'm still in the
Yeah,
beginning of March here.
there's too many things going on for Unite. I really want just better gameplay mechanics for Unite. Like, I used to be able to play every single day. I'm like, all right, cool. But now it's a chore and it feels really dry. The matchmaking is awful sometimes. Sometimes I'll wait for like a minute or more for just casual matchmaking. Just get me in the game really quickly. I don't understand why it takes so long with this game. Um, it's
Unite stresses me out. I don't play it because it stresses me out. Like I'll start with a Pokemon and I'll be like literally running and all you'll hear me is I'll play it on my phone and all you'll hear me is go ah, the whole freaking time because I am just like, oh god, don't go over there. Oh no, don't go over there. Oh, attack that one. Okay. Bubble, bubble. I need bubble.
it's safe space. Oh my god. All right, let's see. Oh, Pokemon Pocket. TCG Pocket. I
Pocket.
finally got my Gibbles. I got 3 Gibbles now after playing many, many times on the single player, solo player. I was
He is 3 cards away, y'all, from completing his master set on Pocket.
yeah, of Triumphant. Yeah, I'm pretty excited now. Almost done with it. It's was that Probopass. Terrible, terrible card probably. Um,
Arceus EX.
yeah, the basic Arceus, right? Not the immersive. Apparently, the immersive doesn't count. And something else. I don't remember.
Still don't have an immersive here.
Oh, I remember. It's the Raichu, the Spirit Link Raichu with
Oh.
the Arceus Link. Yeah, the
We have 4 of those. Do you want to trade when we're allowed to trade?
sorry, we shouldn't. Not the promo though, right? The promo.
No, not the promo, the regular one.
Yeah, the promo doesn't count though. That's the
Oh, I know the
crazy thing.
promo don't
Yeah,
count. I have 4 of the other ones.
that's what I need. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Oh, right. I made it to my 5 win streaks. Pretty sure I did it with Celebi Executor. Absurd as it is, I don't remember what it was that made it work. I think just early pressure, early aggression with the Executor because you can hit 40 or 80, and then healing buffs really fix the math a lot for the Erica plus the potion. So you can hit those big numbers, and it played a lot of capes too. So like two capes, two Rocky helmets. So you're dealing the extra buff damage that you need, and you're out of the one hit KO range with the giant cape on. Let's see, the Alolan Executor. So you're at like 180 or 150 with Celebi EX, which is safe from a lot of the early aggression, from Mewtwo, from like Gyarados, I think, from a lot of pretty common meta decks. The one I could not get around normally was like Darkrai Greninja, so a lot of spreading damage. But if you can heal it off, you're fine. But the ability on the Darkrai EX is just broken, and it's hard to get around.
So you're talking all about that with battling. Meanwhile, I had an issue with the Wonder Picks.
Okay,
I did not have Chansey picks showing up
right,
for an
rare pick.
entire week and a half. I quit the app several
Oof.
times. I kept turning it on, trying to get into the app. I I got bonus picks. That
Okay,
was it. That's all that kept showing up. It wasn't showing up in the expired. I had an issue with my phone that made me shut my phone off and turn it back on, and then all of a sudden, ding, Chansey picks show up.
the rare Wonder Picks show up. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Absurd.
Mm.
Um, that's really weird. I told her, restart your phone and just like quit the apps or something, but apparently that didn't work either.
Yeah, that didn't work for a while. I don't know what happened. I thought that the update wasn't going to my phone for some reason for the game, but apparently mine was just being stupid. Mm.
I don't know. I I was like, well, don't delete your account, but it's starting to seem like it, that's for sure.
I mean, are we? I, Pocket with me, he's had better luck with Pocket than I have with polls. I like opening the packs on Pocket. I like collecting the cards on Pocket. But with Triumphant Light here and Space Time Smackdown, the poll rates have been crap. Mm.
It's been really bad since Mythical Island for sure. I know. I have not had.
Was fine. I was cruising through
Yeah,
Mythical Islands. I was having fun. I was like Mew, 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 everything. Celebi, all this. I mean, I never got the immersive Celebi. I only have one immersive, y'all, and that is it. And that is from Space Time Smackdown. That's
sure.
it.
Oh, that's right. You got the Dialga, which is, I think that was a pretty darn cool artwork for
I
sure.
love that artwork.
Yeah. It's just Dialga looking at the time just passing by as he stands still.
That
You
is
know,
me when I stand outside on a nice night and it's all starry. I'm just like, okay.
watching the sunset.
Just watching the stars.
Okay. And then what?
And that's it. I just stand there, waiting for the dog and just watching the stars. Maybe I'll find a shooting star. I don't know. Maybe Rayquaza will show up somewhere in the sky. I don't know.
I do like looking at the stars at night, though. That's for sure. I know it's.
That is one thing that we live in the middle of nowhere, and that's one thing that I love. Is you can literally in the middle of summer look up and you'll have a clear sky of all the constellations and you can clearly see them.
Crystal clear. I know not many lights on. That's for sure.
Mm.
And it's pitch black. If yeah,
Mhm.
on a good night for sure. Let's see what else we got. Glaceon week on TCG Live. I know I got my Glaceon bling
Oh
for
boy.
TCG Live. Booting up the old client. Oh,
He plays TCG Live like every single day. He complains
I
about it every other day.
yeah.
And I say, "Why do you do this to yourself?"
I have
And
to have to know the game. I know.
he's like, "I have to know the game." I'm like, "You
Yeah,
play against me, you know."
yeah, not the same. I know. I know. I judge every Monday nights for Sunny's Weekly. Shout out to Sunny TCG on Twitch. He is a content creator and YouTube streamer, and we run a tournament every Monday night on Limitless, Play.Limitless. Monday nights, cap of 128 people, and usually it's always full. Always full. We have a pretty diverse meta and a very active Discord for sure. Welcome to join it. Um, I will say, like normally it's fills up very quickly as soon as the registrations open, and we have high participant interest for sure. Um, Winner gets 100 codes, and then it's trickle down effect after that for the top 8 or so usually. Um, I really like running it, but with the caveat of course, the issue of all the cards being bugged sometimes on TCG Live, like the Magneton from Surging Sparks and Archaludon has been bugged pretty much for the last 2 weeks or so now, causing a lot of issues and disconnects, and I'm not a big fan of that. Um, I really want TPCI to please fix the issues and look at the bugs that have been plaguing our players and trainers correctly. It makes the game really unplayable and not great for testing for sure. I think that is a huge issue between disconnects and the other problems of the game. It's still not functional. Here we are 3 years later. I'm not thrilled. Our player base is not very thrilled, and it's bloated. It's a problem. Um, there really isn't anything to say about it other than please fix it. You know,
Well, they have to fix it because, like, everyone uses it as a test to be able to play in regionals, to play in worlds, to
yeah,
play in person. This is the only thing they have.
it's true. Yeah, I know. There are some other pop-up programs, but they're not nearly as diverse or they're not great for like matchmaking. We got Twin Leaf and we got Limitless, but they're not ideal for sure. None of them are like coherent matchmaking immediately, and I think you have to sequence the cards correctly, and it doesn't do the work for you essentially. So you have to pay attention to the logs or make sure you're playing it correctly. Um, it's sad to see that this kind of large error has gone on for this long. That like we still don't have a good client after Dire Wolf has left the company for the developing of Pokemon trading card game online.
So, for the last thing that we are going to talk about today, this is going to be Psyduck's Sighing Corner, which is more of a hooray corner. No more headache from Psyduck.
Cyan.
Um, the Pokemon card machines in the stores, they have updated them. They have um updated the stores that have them. Here is the lowdown on that. So these card machines, they have limits. It's limit 2 transactions per credit card. Now, I know that you scalpers or whatever you want to call yourselves.
They're hustlers, right?
No.
No, they're not hustling.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure, they're hustling. Sure.
Okay.
Scalpers, hustling, whatever.
Yeah.
I know you're like, well, there's a workaround for that. I have multiple credit card numbers. I can do it on my phone. No, just no. Okay? The store managers, the store assistant managers, store workers have been notified of this. You can get slapped with trespassing fines. You will be kicked out of stores. If you loiter in front of these machines, if you just stand there, they are allowed to put these trespassing fines and all these other measures against you. So you can't even walk into a Shaw's anymore to do even your grocery shopping.
That's
And I'm
crazy.
pretty sure you don't want that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You mean I can't go grocery shopping?
If you loiter in front of the machines,
Oh,
no.
I'm not gonna do that. I don't know who's gonna do that, but yeah, I know plenty of other people do that though.
So, with these machines, thank you, Pokemon, for updating them. Thank you for making them better. Thank you, so other people that are collectors, that want these sets, that just want to open Pokemon. If you are having a bad day and you just want to open a pack, you are more likely to be able to go up to these machines and buy a pack or two and be able to open that pack to make your day a little better.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. I know that some of them have a lot of sealed product that you can't find anywhere else, really. It's the 151 booster bundles. You got the ETBs. You got a lot of, like I think even booster display boxes, which can't normally get. I can't afford one really, but that's another story. Um, like the booster bundles are absurd. You can't find any of them. GameStop's always sold out. My local game store is always sold out. I'm lucky if I can find anything there.
Oh, do you want to talk about the other thing of size sign corner? I don't know if you know about this, but I know about this.
Sure.
So,
Shoot your shot.
MJ Holdings. You know what MJ Holdings is?
I remember. Yeah, they're a distributor for Walmart, right? Yeah.
Walmart, Target, everything else.
Yeah.
So MJ Holdings has been caught scalping their own cards online. So if you go on to walmart.com right now and you put in a Pokemon like ETB or whatever, you will see this other name pop up. It will have an address. Online only, not available in stores.
Of course.
If you put the address into Google Maps, you will find that the same address is MJ Holdings.
Of course.
So they are selling their cards. Their own stuff. This is the reason, this is one of the big reasons, other than scalpers, why your Walmarts, why your Targets, why your GameStops, why your own game stores cannot get product. Because they are selling their own stuff under a different name.
Well, yeah, because so the distributor from Pokemon sells this product to a third party, right? So the supply chain's all messed up. So you're going from Pokemon printing it to the distributor
Mm-hmm.
to the game store.
Yeah. They're supposed to just sell to Walmart, so Walmart gets their stock and
Yeah,
Target gets their stock and then game stores get their stock and GameStop and Best Buy and they all get their stock.
sure.
They're holding stock back so they under a other name
Yeah,
can sell it online for twice the price.
disgusting, right?
So if you see it on walmart.com or target.com on these third party things, do not buy it.
Yeah, just
Do not buy it. If I knew a way to report them that we can get them taken down so they're not scalping their own stuff, I would put it right here, but I haven't figured out, no one's figured out any way of being able to do it. Just don't buy it online. Don't buy from
yeah,
scalpers. Don't buy online. Go to your local game store. Go to Walmart. I know it's been hard. I know it's been difficult, but just hold on. Everything will get better. Just like Pokemon did with these game machines in the stores. It will get better.
so yeah, just boycott it pretty much. I know. Like even though they might have it, but I'm not paying twice the price, no matter
No,
what.
I'm
Yeah,
not. No, 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 no,
never. Yeah,
definitely not. I was telling the professor here, Hello Kitty collectors are the same things. There's Hello Kitty scalpers. There's Disney scalpers.
yeah,
They will go to these stores, they'll buy up all these blankets, they'll buy up all these toys, and they'll sell them for 2, 3 times the price. No, I'm sorry. I'm not buying a $15 blanket for $80.
It's disgusting. Oh my gosh. I know. I've seen the picture you showed me. It was a stack of like 20, 40 blankets, all the same design in someone's closet, stacked up labels, tags, and the ribbons on all of them.
Kitty collectors, like, okay, I get it. I would love every single Hello Kitty blanket. But my thing is I'm not gonna keep my Hello Kitty stuff pristine. I'm not gonna keep my Hello Kitty stuff on the hanger, especially blankets. I'm gonna use those
Yeah.
blankets, okay? I'm gonna use those blankets as long as I can before my dog steals it.
Or the dog will use the blanket. Yeah, exactly. And then I'll still use the blanket anyways. It's fine. Just give it a wash or two. It'll be all right.
Their blankets, all this stuff is supposed to be able to be enjoyed.
Yep. Yep. Agreed. I know. Just like Pokemon cards. Meant to be opened, meant to be enjoyed.
Says the person who has a sealed collection in his man cave.
Small collection. That's fine. One box of Cosmic Eclipse. That's all
Okay.
you need to know.
We have XY evolution packs.
Yeah, oh I know. Well, some were legitimately from Shining Legends, okay. And then the others were, let's see, oh, Tag Team, yeah, Tag Team GX with the Pikachu illustration promo. I love that card. Oh my god, I love that card.
Mhm.
And then let's see. Oh right, the Deoxys and Espeon Tag Team GX like special collection box.
Mhm.
Not to be opened. No way. Yeah.
I mean, we did get those evolution boxes that I got my hands on for MSRP, and we haven't opened them, and you refuse to let me open it.
Is that the one with the Pokemon Day promo?
No, not
No.
those ones, but I am gonna give you crap for those later. But
Okay.
right now, I'm talking about the big boxes that I found at Walmart that I got you Jolteon and I got myself the other one.
Okay. All right. So these are the Espeon or the Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon evolutions with evolving skies in them.
Yeah.
And the promos are worth 50 plus alone, right? And then the packs inside now are worth 3 times that probably.
I
But
don't care about price. I just want to open them because they're just so pretty and I want that damn pin.
the box is really nice though.
I understand the box is really nice and you're lucky it's in your man cave right now because I would totally rip them open, but I have respect for you
Okay, thanks.
because you are my husband and I signed a contract.
What's mine is yours, and yours is also yours. Got it. That's the contract, okay? Oh my gosh. All right. Well, on that sorrow note,
Sorrow note.
and on that bombshell, we're signing off for the week.
We will come back later on this week with a special episode of Pokemon Day, of our breakdown of what we think of the stuff on Pokemon Day. I know we talked about the megas already, but we will talk about the other stuff that was on the video and not on the video
Yeah, our Pokemon Day.
that got me frustrated, which we will talk about in the special episode for Pokemon Day.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Signing off for the professor and myself. Thank you so much for listening and have a good day. Bye.
Cheers.